Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Katari? What's up, buddy? What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Wrong scene there, man. How is everybody? It's good to see you. Man, been tired here lately. Just been tired. Moving slow, it feels like, I don't know. Anybody else? Just been tired, dude? Just been feeling exhausted, man. I don't know. Summertime, I guess, dude. I don't know. Hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see you. It's good to be here as always. Day 15 of Witcher 3, man. Day 15. Um, Enjoying the game very much. It's got some weird quirkiness to it, but overall, it's a good experience. And I thought yesterday we would work our way to Skellige, but that should be today. That should be today. Freya the Slayer, what's up, my friend? So let's do what we do. Let's hop into our gaming news segment, and then we'll work our way into the Witcher gameplay. Cool? Let's get it. That's wrong. This is right. See, I'm all off this morning, man. There we go. Let's go. I'm fantastic, my friend. I am fantastic. Wick, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Thanks for asking, Freya. How are you? How are you, my friend? All right. Looks like Ubisoft has canceled Ghost Recon Frontline and 3 other games. Let's take a look at that. We already read about Minecraft absolutely denouncing NFTs and wanting no part of them within the game. Mojang specifically wanting NFTs, saying NFTs have no place within Minecraft's universe. Yup. We read about that already, though, so I'm not going to dive in there. You're good? Good, Freya. I'm glad, buddy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good to hear. This has to be the future of gaming laptops. Let's take a quick look. We'll see what that is. Honestly, I think that the Steam Deck has really hit a nice piece of hardware for mobile PC gaming moving forward. If you don't need the utility behind what an actual computer, traditional computer gives you, I think Valve nailed it. I really do. Epic Games definitely won't follow Minecraft NFT ban. Is that a surprise? No, they're already allowing games on their platform that are Web3 blockchain NFT type games. So this is not a surprise here at all. But we'll pull it up. Let's not use that site. Let's go VGC there. Let's look at VGCs. GTA Online will help players make more money in sweeping update. Okay, let's see what that is. We've already got the Ubisoft stuff up. We'll see what that's about. We read about this the other day. Yeah, apparently, on Halo 2, there has been a bounty put up that if you can complete the game on basically the very hardest difficulty with all these handicaps enabled, which basically, I mean, we're talking like invisible enemies, all kinds of crazy stuff. You can win yourself $20,000. Have fun with that. I will not be attempting that. We've talked about Stray. I'm not going to dive into Stray this morning. We've talked a lot about Stray. We've anticipated Stray a lot. We'll probably end up playing it in the channel at some point. I'm glad that it's done very well because it looked like a pretty cool game. even cool enough that it's not necessarily something that I would look to dive into. Um, but it piqued my interest a lot. And I'm glad it's doing well. We do have somebody in the community that I trust. Uh, our buddy Pinky has already gotten a taste of what the ending of the game has to offer and was not thrilled. I'll put it that way. So I don't know what that exactly means. I don't want to be spoiled on it, but we'll see if that is something other people are starting to gather from the ending of the game, or if this might just be a personal opinion of Pinky's. We will see. We'll see. Read about that yesterday. No Man's Sky. We read about this yesterday as well. Their new update looks really really cool. I am at. I mean, I would even say that maybe more than in trying to anticipate and hope that Starfield turns into something great. If you're just itching for some kind of space game, right now is probably the time to play some No Man's Sky. They've got this big update coming out. Doesn't cost anything extra because that's what No Man's Sky devs do. Hello Games. Um, and it looks really cool. So I would highly recommend checking that out. 15 best games to buy during the PlayStation Summer Sale. Let's see what we got there. New free Nintendo Switch online games come with a what? Let's see what that is. Yeah, I mean, we read about this yesterday as well. It's not a big surprise. We had already read that Square Enix is big time looking to get into blockchain, crypto based games, and they are in full swing with that endeavor. So, um, I am not thrilled about that, but overall, I am not a proponent of the way because of the way that NFTs, blockchaining, Web3, crypto based games have been incorporated into the gaming industry. I would rather just not see them be a part of it at all. So, whenever I see companies say, we are going to invest heavily, all I see is that they are just money hungry driven because that's all it seems to me is a big scam. That they see dollar signs as a way to pull more money out of consumers rather than trying to incorporate NFTs, blockchaining into their projects and their software as a means to be a mutually beneficial kind of endeavor for both themselves and us as the consumer and gamers. It's not being done that way. So I'd rather just not see it be in here at all. We did look at the best 2022 games so far yesterday. This is specifically for Switch. We'll take a quick peek at this, okay? See if there might be some hidden gems in there. We've already seen that. We've already seen Iron Man gameplay from Midnight Suns. I'm not going to look at that. Let's pivot here. Yeah, there's all kinds of cool videos out there of people's pets watching them play Stray and enjoying it very much. It's really, really neat. What other games could use Bayonetta 3's family friendly what? What is that? Let's see what that is. Oh, here we go, guys. So, now we already know without even reading the Ubisoft article yet. Where is let's just start these off at the front here. One of the other Ubisoft games that has been pushed back is Avatar. Everybody thought they were waiting for to give a release date sometime close to when the movie was going to come out later this year. Another delay. FIFA 23 for Switch doesn't include any new gameplay features. Okay. We already talked about it yesterday, yeah, where I hate saying their name. I hate that company, but uh, EA does have a couple of new features actually coming to FIFA. We'll probably hit on it a little bit and what those new features are because apparently some of those, many of those new features are not coming to Switch's edition of the new FIFA game. Bungie, again, quickly becoming one of my favorite developers, and I don't even play any of their games right now, just because of what they stand for and the fact that they're not afraid to be vocal about what their values are. I enjoy Bungie very much. Get in this one last page here, see what else we can find. Okay, 13 hours ago, Hogwarts Legacy video shows off new part of Hogwarts. Let's go. Who doesn't love some Hogswarts, you know? Yeah, yesterday we saw Saints Row reboot has gone gold. If you're not sure what that means, the new Saints Row game is basically on schedule to release uh on time, right? Like they are not foreseeing it would take something significant for it to get delayed at this point. It is actually in the process of being boxed up and ready to be shipped out and everything is basically what that means. Oh, dude, Square Enix. Final Fantasy NFTs coming to Polkadot. If you ever wanted to try Anthem, you can get it for 1 cent at GameStop, apparently. TMNT Cowabunga Collection date revealed. Gotham Knights reveals new Batgirl trailer. We haven't seen Batgirl, I don't think, so let's take a look at that. We had already seen Iron Man gameplay, though. All right, let's go with that. Okay, FIFA 23 for Switch doesn't include any new gameplay features or modes. The Legacy Edition is lacking crossplay and enhancements found in other versions. Electronic Arts has confirmed that the Switch version of FIFA 23 won't offer any of the new gameplay features or modes included in any other editions of the game. Once again, this year's FIFA release for Switch will be a Legacy Edition, meaning it has the same gameplay features and modes from FIFA 22. EA announced today that FIFA 23 will be released on September 30th for PS5, Xbox Series XS, PC Stadia, PS4, and Xbox One. It will feature crossplay for every 1v1 mode in the game, an updated animation system, a quote new risk versus reward shooting mechanic, and a revamp of the way free kicks, penalties, and corners are taken, among other features. FIFA Ultimate Team will if you're not familiar with what EA's Ultimate Team modes, this is their loot box mechanic in all their games, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Madden, NHL, all of EA sports games, their Ultimate Team mode is what they are always trying to promote and get people to play, because this is where they make all their extra money off of. It's their gambling kind of based loot box system that they incorporate into their games. Will feature a redesigned chemistry system and a new mode called FUT Moments, which EA said is scenario based. FIFA 23 Legacy Edition, which will be released on the same date for Switch, won't include these new features or enhancements. It will include updated kits, clubs, and squads from some of the world's top leagues, plus the addition of top women's club teams and some new stadiums. The game's Nintendo eShop description also promises an updated visual identity and refreshed broadcast overlay package. However, FIFA 23 Legacy Edition will feature the same gameplay features and modes from FIFA 22 Legacy Edition without any new development or significant enhancements. Switch Edition is getting the shaft. Look, I mean, here's the deal. This is the last, at least for the foreseeable future anyways, the last edition of FIFA that EA will actually be a part of anyways. So EA doesn't really care, to be honest. I mean, they are going to continue with their own version of their soccer / football sports titles, which I think right now what they're planning on calling them is EA Sports FC or something to that effect. But FIFA is finding developers to move forward with creating the actual FIFA sports titles moving forward. So it'll be good. There will be competition. EA already has basically this game on lock. They're just going to change the name. They're going to pull all the FIFA branding out of it and continue developing and publishing it, releasing it. And it's going to be on FIFA to come up with an entirely different game. So we'll see how that goes. Feels bad for Switch players. Hogwarts Legacy video shows off new part of Hogwarts. A new Hogwarts Legacy video has given Harry Potter a new and more detailed look at a new part of Hogwarts, or more specifically, the North Tower. The new video, which is short, comes the way of the game's official Twitter account and runs at 21 seconds. Unfortunately, and much to the disappointment of many players, it does not come alongside any release information. The Harry Potter game is slated to release sometime this year. That's all we still know. The North Tower, also known as the Divination Tower, is connected to the rest of the castle via the Divination Corridor, hence why it's sometimes called the Divination Tower. Naturally, this is where the Divination Classroom and the Divination Professor Sybil Trelawney, are located. That said, the events of the game are set long before the events of the books and movies, so players will not find Trelawney there. In fact, for all we know, the tower is used for something completely different, though this seems unlikely. Below, you can check out the brief video for yourself, courtesy of the game's official Twitter account. Let's see this real quick. Hogwarts Legacy is set to be released worldwide sometime this year via Nintendo Switch, PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, and it has been hyped up. It's a very anticipated game, so yeah. Early data suggests it's going to be one of the biggest releases of the year. Hogwarts Legacy is an immersive open-world action RPG set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. Reads an official pitch of the game. Quote, embark on a journey through familiar and new locations as you explore and discover fantastic beasts. Customize your character and craft potions. Master spellcasting, upgrade talents, and become the wizard you want to be. Experience Hogwarts in the 1800s. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Discover the feeling of living at Hogwarts as you make allies, battle dark wizards, and ultimately decide the fate of the wizarding world. Your legacy is what you make of it. Live the unwritten. The hope is that it's good, right? There are a lot of fans of the, um, you know, Harry Potter universe as it was. Um, so the hope is that it's good. We will see. We'll see. This is pretty cringy to me, right here. Final Fantasy NFTs coming to Polkadot and Square Enix Engine Alliance. Uh, Engine's Polkadot based Affinity platform will power NFT collectibles and more for the Smash role playing video game franchise. One of the most successful video game series of all time is set to release the NFT treatment in 2023 as Japanese publisher Square Enix has partnered with blockchain gaming firm Engine to release NFTs based on the Final Fantasy franchise. NFTs won't be purely digital products, however, they're tied to physical action figures and trading cards based on the Smash role playing game Final Fantasy VII to commemorate the original PS game's 25th anniversary. Square Enix will first release packs of physical trading cards in spring 2023 that will sell for $4 per 6 card pack. Each comes with a code to redeem for a single NFT trading card minted by Engine on its Affinity platform, which is built on the Polkadot blockchain. In November 2023, the publisher will release a limited edition action figure of the game Star Cloud Strife. Both the standard figure and digital plus edition will come with a code to redeem an NFT certificate of authenticity, but only the latter comes with an additional NFT, a digital replica of the physical toy. The standard figure will sell for $130, with the digital plus edition at $160. The Affinity blockchain runs on Polkadot as a parachain or a dedicated subnet of sorts that's part of the overall Polkadot ecosystem. Polkadot uses a proof of stake consensus model that does not require energy intensive mining, unlike the leading NFT platform Ethereum. Engine CTO Wojtek Radomski told Decrypt that the firm first worked with Square Enix several years ago, hosting websites for online guilds that play Final Fantasy, 14? However, this new partnership comes amid growing interest in blockchain tech and NFTs for Square Enix. Final Fantasy, which has sold 168 million games worldwide since 1987, per the company, is its crown jewel. Yes. Yes. They were looking at all kinds of blockchains, testing them out, said Radomski. He added that Square Enix sought a platform that could meet the needs of gamers, including considerations like low transaction costs and energy efficient. Um, More recently, Square Enix sold off a slate of major franchises, including Tomb Raider, uh, as well as Deus Ex and Thief, and three of its game studios, basically all of its North American gaming studios, right, for $300 million to Embracer Group to finance its growing crypto industry endeavors. Yesterday, Square Enix was announced as an investor in Bitcoin gaming startup ZBD. Yep, we read about that yesterday too, which raised a $35 million Series B round. Uh, I'm not going to read into the rest of that. It didn't seem pertinent, really. If you want to take a look at it, it's in chat right there. To me, feels bad. Feels bad. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I don't necessarily see. I guess more I can foresee these kinds of things having potential of being mutually beneficial if incorporated in the right way from these kinds of companies and developers. They're just not being done that way, right? Or they haven't been so far. So we'll see. We'll see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the Cowabunga collection release date revealed. Publisher Konami has announced the release date for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection. Revealed earlier this year, this sprawling TMNT bundle contains 13 of the most popular video games associated with the Ninja Turtles history. While some fans thought that this collection might still be a bit far off, it's actually set to launch in the coming months. The Cowabunga collection was today confirmed to launch next month on August 30th. The launch date was revealed via a new trailer, which you can watch below, which highlights a number of the titles that will be present in the package. As a whole, the Cowabunga collection is set to release across virtually all current gen platforms, including PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. Let's watch this.
Rated T for teen.
Dude, the nostalgia vibes that I get from seeing this. Yeah, dude. Cool. As a whole, 2022 has been a pretty massive year for the Turtles when it comes to gaming. Not only is the Cowabunga collection surely to be a nostalgia trip for many longtime fans, but a completely new game entitled Shredder's Revenge just launched last month. Yes, and has been reviewed very well. Shredder's Revenge looked to provide a new take on the brawler-style gameplay that is seen in a number of the throwback titles that are included in the Cowabunga collection. In short, there's absolutely no shortage of Turtles games to play this year, which has to be thrilling for fans. So, the full list of titles that will be included with the Cowabunga collection is TMNT the Arcade, TMNT Turtles in Time, TMNT the NES version, TMNT 2, TMNT 3, so Turtles 3, Manhattan Project for NES, Turtles Tournament Fighters for NES, Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, Super Nintendo, Turtles Tournament Fighters, Super Nintendo, Turtles The Hyperstones Heist for Sega, Turtles Tournament Fighters, Sega, Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan, Game Boy, Turtles 2 Back from the Sewers, Game Boy, and Turtles 3 Radical Rescue, Game Boy. Very cool, man. Very cool. Turtles fans, get ready, man. Even more. Gotham Knights reveals new Batgirl trailer at Comic-Con. Gotham Knights developer WB Games Montreal has revealed a new trailer for the upcoming DC video game focusing on Batgirl. The trailer was revealed as part of the video game's presence at San Diego Comic-Con 2022. While the exact content of the trailer is new, the fact that it's been revealed today during SDCC 2022 is not unexpected, as the developer previously teased as much. In the new Gotham Knights trailer, it shows Batgirl defending Gotham City from criminals and reaffirming why she became a vigilante. Namely, she strives to be a protector and, like Batman himself, give the city a symbol to believe in. The Batgirl trailer is the third in the series of trailers about specific characters in Gotham Knights, and with Robin and Nightwing both having received these kinds of trailers previously, that only leaves Red Hood left to go. You check out the new Gotham Knights trailer all about Batgirl for yourself, embedded below. Let's go.
If there's one thing I've learned about Gotham City, it's that people need symbols. Something to believe in.
Bane-esque.
What was that?
Protecting people runs in my veins.
Take it out!
No matter what alias I go by, that's who I am. That's who I'll always be. Gotham has called, and I have answered.
Cool. Looks good.
Pre-order now and get the 233 custom Batcycle skin.
Cool. Yeah, we know what Gotham Knights is. It's set to release for PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC on October 25th. And yeah, is no longer set to release on the older gen platforms of Xbox One and PS4. Several different versions available to pre-order from starting at $70 to $300 US, wherever such things are sold. Yeah. If you're interested in anything further, maybe those links or anything, there it is in chat, all right? Here we go. Ubisoft cancels 4 games, including Splinter Cell VR and Ghost Recon Frontline. As it delays 2 games, Ubisoft has canceled 4 others. What is up with Ubisoft, man? On the same day that Ubisoft delayed Avatar Frontiers of Pandora and a smaller premium game, the publisher also confirmed that it has canceled 4 games. These include the Splinter Cell VR title and Ghost Recon Frontline, as well as 2 unannounced titles that Ubisoft did not disclose. While the Splinter Cell VR game has been canned, fans of the series are getting a remake of the original game. As for Ghost Recon Frontline, this was a free-to-play battle royale game. As for the other 2 unannounced games that have now been canceled, it's anyone's guess as to what they might be. Ubisoft did not give a reason for the cancellation of these 4 titles. Game development is a highly iterative process, and games get canceled all the time, even if we never hear about them. For example, Blizzard cancels about 50% of the games that it begins development on after it finds out that there's not a very good chance for them to incorporate any kind of scummy pay-to-win mechanics. While Ubisoft has canceled 4 games and delayed 2 others, the company has a number of big projects coming up, including Mario, Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and Skull and Bones, both of which are releasing this year. In September, Ubisoft will reveal the future of Assassin's Creed, and many believe this pertains to the rumored new Assassin's Creed game featuring Valhalla's Basem. Basm, excuse me. So, how long has Avatar been in development, though? Avatar's been in development for a long time, dude. This is the trend that I keep seeing with Ubisoft. Even though they talk about the fact that Ubisoft has Black Flag coming out this year, Black Flag, or Skull, that's what is it? Skull and Bones? Isn't that what it's actually called? Skull and Bones, Black Flag. Skull and Bones, right? Finally releasing this year, but they've been developing that game since like 2017, something like that. 2016, 2017, and they they've actually said the game was going to be released since 2018. And they've literally been pushing it back for 4 years. And I think we're like creeping up on the same kind of thing here with Avatar, where we keep getting stuff and then they're like, oh, it's going to release before long, and then, oh, it's going to get pushed back. And how long has Avatar been in? Let's take a look at this. Where's the wiki at for this? It's literally like the same thing. I guess maybe they haven't actually there hadn't been a set release date though, potentially. So not quite the same thing as Black Flag, I guess, but game was first announced in 2017, and not that a development process for a game is necessarily fast or anything, but yeah, a game was tentatively set to release between April of this year and March 2023, and has now been delayed to 2023 or 2024. Okay. Whereas Skull and Bones was actually, they kept setting dates and kept pushing the dates back. I'm talking there was like 4 delays, it was like 5 or 6 delays within a 4-year period, something like that. I don't know. Ubisoft just seems like they continually are dealing with cancellations of projects and delays with many of their titles, and it makes me wonder about what's going on within that company, that development studio. Long-starving Avatar fans will finally get their cinematic sequel to James Cameron's blockbuster franchise later this year with the release of Avatar: The Way of Water. But fans aching to return to Pandora and big-budget video game form will have to wait a bit longer. Ubisoft announced Thursday that its game based on the Avatar franchise, Frontiers of Pandora, has been delayed. As we had already discussed, it was announced to arrive by the end of 2022. Which that was noted at the game's reveal at E3 2021. Then Ubisoft later clarified it planned to release the game as part of its current fiscal year, which ends on March 31st of 2023. Part of its quarterly earnings update, Ubisoft now says it plans to release Frontiers of Pandora later sometime in 2023 or 20. So this has been numerous kind of delays here now at this point. All right, man. I don't know. We'll see more as we truck along here. As time moves forward, we'll see more, I'm sure. Epic won't ban NFT games in response to Minecraft's stance, Tim Sweeney says. Stores and operating system makers shouldn't interfere by forcing their views onto others. On Wednesday, Mojang, the Microsoft-owned studio behind Minecraft, stated that it has no plans to support NFTs in the game in an article which has been celebrated by players. Yes. Sweeney was asked by a Twitter user if Epic would be taking a similar stance. Of course not. They've already said they're not going to before this ever happened. What? Developers should be free to decide how to build their games, Sweeney replied, and you are free to decide whether to play them. That's true. I believe stores and operating system makers shouldn't interfere by forcing their views onto others. We definitely won't. NFTs are unique, non-interchangeable units of data stored in a decentralized ledger called a blockchain, which allow users to buy and sell digital assets such as in-game items or artwork. When asked later in the thread how this standard would be held against a company wishing to publish hateful content on Epic's platform, Sweeney clarified that the company does hold editorial guidelines, but that NFTs don't currently fall foul of them. Though actually what it was somebody said, hey, at Epic Games, it'd be really nice to see the same opinion from the Epic Game Store. Please get rid of every last one of those games on the store. And that's where Tim Sweeney replied. I am not a fan of NFTs. I would love to see them not be a part of the gaming industry at all because they're just not being incorporated in a good way, in my opinion. So I am much more aligned with the stance that Mojang has taken, but Sweeney's not wrong. I mean, developers, they have every right to develop the games the way they want to develop a game. And each individual person has their own, their right to their own opinion on whether they want to be involved in NFT type games, blockchain type games, you know? So my own personal opinion is that I'll be staying away from them, and I don't really have any plans to have anything to do with any of them at this point. GTA Online will help players make more money in sweeping July update. Criminal Enterprises is one of the biggest GTA Online updates yet. Rockstar has revealed that a sweeping GTA Online update launching next week will bring new missions, extra content for every business in the game, and increased payouts. Yesterday, Rockstar shared a blog detailing the Criminal Enterprises update, which will launch on July 26th. So, like 4 days. The Criminal Enterprises is one of GTA Online's biggest updates to date and makes significant changes to the way that players can make money in the game. Every business activity has been updated with new missions, which offer new ways to earn cash or restock their business supplies. Executive offices will now offer daily shipments of special cargo to sell and 2 new ways to source special cargo. For clubhouses, MC presidents will be able to modify and deliver motorbikes to clients for cash. There will also be 2 new clubhouse contracts to complete, as well as a new bars resupply mission to keep patrons happy. These are sick. For bunker owners, there will be a daily mission to deliver ammo to an ammunition store, along with 2 new resupply missions and an extra way to increase research progress. Finally, nightclubs will have new ways to source goods, along with new club management missions to promote the property's less seedy business ventures. Players will also be able to boot out troublemakers and escort VIPs to maintain the vibes. Along with new ways to make money, Rockstar is also increasing the payouts for a host of GTA Online's money-making methods. Heists, races, adversary modes will all reward players with more cash, while associates, MC members, and bodyguards will all get paid more money for their time. These changes address long-running criticism from GTA Online fans who have long complained that GTA Online's payouts have not kept up with the increasing costs of new vehicles in recent years. Looks like Val Kilmer. The Criminal Enterprises update will also bring a new mission, which tasks players with investigating whether a local oil-rich dynasty is illegitimately fueling a spike in oil prices. Also going to be several new vehicles, more options to customize cars at Benny's, and a comprehensive list of quality of life improvements. Excuse me. This includes the dialing back of the Oppressor MK2's homing missiles. Random mode time. Yo, this is Wick. This is yours right here. Better ways to heal during fights, and the ability to launch cell missions from private lobbies. In other gaming news, Ubisoft, yep, we talked about that already. Get your random modes in there. What is that, dude? Laundry basket? Okay, I've never seen that one. Get your random modes in there, guys. Grab these 15 games as part of the PlayStation Summer Sale. Real quick. The PS Store Summer Sale is live, and with it comes loads of great deals for new games and older fan favorites alike. Nice, gamer. The sale started July 20th. What's funny is that Wick will get these emotes all the time until it's actually like when they come up as the one you need to win random mode, he won't get them. It's hilarious. The sale started July 20th, will run through August 3rd. Offers a great chance to get discounts on games that rarely go on sale. A lot of the best deals will allow you to snag games for 50% off, but some are even better. If you've gotten your hands on a PS5 gamer, this is arguably the best chance to grab some games and beef up your library with classic franchises like Assassin's Creed and newer indie titles like Sifu. So, Call of Duty Vanguard is 35, God of War 10. Oh, excuse me, sorry. GTA 5, 15. The Quarry is 40 on PS4 and 47 on PS5. Sifu is 32. RDR2 is 24. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is 40. It Takes Two is 20. No Man's Sky is 30. Dead by Daylight is 12. Kena Bridge of Spirits is 24. Terraria 10. Assassin's Creed Mythology is 48. Tales of Arise 30. And Doom Eternal is 16. This list includes a lot of standard editions, but many games have deals across the board for their more comprehensive gold or deluxe editions. So definitely poke around specific games and franchises you enjoy to see if there's a version that excites you the most. All right, I'll put this in chat real quick. Just in case anybody's interested. There it is. New free Nintendo Switch Online games come with a huge surprise. Nintendo Switch Online subscribers have new free SNES and NES games, or more specifically, 2 new Super Nintendo games and 1 new regular Nintendo game, because these aren't Sega Genesis games nor Nintendo 64 games. These new freebies don't require the expansion pack tier of the subscription service, aka the more expensive tier of the subscription service. All you need to download and enjoy the 3 new games is a basic old Nintendo Switch Online subscription. As for the 3 games, they are the following titles. Fighter's History, Kirby's Avalanche, and Diva Story 6, Imperial of Nersartia. The former 2 are the aforementioned Super Nintendo games, while the latter is the aforementioned Nintendo, regular Nintendo game. Fighter's History was developed and published by Data East, who first released the game in '93 via arcade. Second of these is Kirby's Avalanche, which debuted in '95. And the third and final game, Diva Story 6, came out in '86. This game was never released in the West before, so its inclusion is quite surprising as it's now playable worldwide for the very first time. There they all are. Cool. I'll throw this in chat too, just in case you need more info. We're gonna skim through this real quick. We took a look yesterday at like what was considered like the best 30 games of 2022 so far. We're halfway through the year, so I feel like it's kind of makes sense to look at some of these. I don't like doing a lot of these kinds of lists in the news segment, but the fact that we're halfway through the year right now, we'll see what some of these articles present to us, right? So this is specific to the best Switch games of 2022 so far. What they're saying is Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Switch Sports, Ollie Ollie World, which looks really cool, Monster Hunter Rise, Stanley Parable, which I've heard is great, Opus, Chinatown Detective Agency, Submerged Hidden Depths, and Nobody Saves the World. Wick said he enjoyed Kirby and the Forgotten Land quite a bit, which is cool. Kirby games are usually pretty good. If you need more info on that list, there you go. We'll read the Bayonetta one last. This has to be the future of gaming laptops. Framework shows what notebooks should be like. Wait. Yeah. And now I desperately want it to make a gaming laptop. Just 15 minutes to upgrade. That's what Framework has promised. A mere 15 minutes to go from a laptop with an 11th gen Tiger Lake platform inside it to an ultra-modern 12th gen Alder Lake, armed only with the screwdriver that came in the box. Pretty spectacular, and a feat no other laptop manufacturer has delivered. But a feat I've just achieved with this Framework upgrade kit, and it was a dawdle. Framework laptop has done it, giving owners of its first laptop the opportunity to upgrade their system to the latest Intel chips for as little as $450 or as much as $1,050 if they want to go big and pick up the full 14-core, 20-thread Core i7 1280p that I've got here. It's all about the whole right to repair thing and about lessening the e-waste that inevitably comes from the aggressive upgrade cycle of PCs and our desire for the next big thing in technology. If you can just replace the motherboard of your laptop like you might with your gaming desktop, then you don't have to throw away a perfectly fine keyboard, trackpad, screen, memory, storage, etc. Absolutely. That's the joy of the Framework machine, but there's also the user configurability too. The unique design of the laptop means you have 4 different module slots in each side of the chassis and a selection of different modules you can drop into them. These range from USB Type-C and Type-A modules, HDMI and full DisplayPort sockets, micro SD readers, and now due to the popular demand, an Ethernet port. Nice! These simply slide in and out, connecting into a USB Type-C connection of the mainboard inside. It means depending on what you're doing that day, whether you need wired internet or a video output, you can have the connections you need. It's smart, neat, and unlike some modular technology, still feels like a robust physical object. Yo, this is really, really cool. Yeah, you can replace pretty much anything on the machine yourself, but that doesn't make it in any way flimsy. The magnetically attaching keyboard trackpad top cover comes off easily without you having to crack any plastic to get at the innards of your laptop. That is sick. That's why the whole upgrade process is so quick and powerful. In CPU terms, I've practically doubled the performance of the Core i7 chip previously in there, and it now flies. Sadly, Intel hasn't upgraded the GPU side of things and shifting to Alder Lake. So it's still the same Iris Xe with just 96 execution units. And so 720p gaming on this gorgeous resolution screen is all you're going to get out of it. Well, what I would like to see is them incorporate the ability to actually slide in a GPU. Even if it was like some kind of external housing GPU or something, you know what I mean? That'd be wild. Being able to do that with nothing more than the handy double-end screwdriver spudger that comes with the Framework machine is pretty incredible. More so because of how quick it is. The online upgrade guide is simple and straightforward with clear imagery and advice to stop you ham-fistedly yanking out wires with abandon. Yes, the $1,050 mainboard is a lot of cash, but arguably less than a full i7 Alder Lake machine might cost, and without the e-wastage too. Speaking of which, once you've pulled the old 11th gen board out, what then? You could always do a funky do-it-yourself project, like this adorable Wii terminal with the old board. It's essentially a full system that just needs memory, storage, and a display. That's awesome, yeah. But yes, gaming performance hasn't improved, but therein lies my sincere hope for the future of gaming laptops. If Framework can figure out a way to get it working. It must be said, there is nothing currently in the works from Framework on that front, but the original idea behind the old XM laptop graphics module was future upgrades. So there's history, technology, and the absolute potential for genuinely upgradable laptop graphics cards, which means it's got to be possible, right? Of course, there are power and thermal constraints to deal with, especially if you're talking about upgrading from a lower performance chip to a higher spec one. But there is precedent on that front too. After all, Razer's blade chassis hasn't changed in 3 years, using the same cooling for multiple generations of NVIDIA graphics silicon, and that's worked out so far. If there was a way for a user to change the GPU in those machines, the cooling and power setup could cope with a huge range of different chips, absolutely. And having experienced the easy upgrade process of completely changing the entire compute platform of the Framework laptop, I'm now dreaming of a day when you can buy a new GPU module as easily as you can buy a desktop graphics card and drop it into your gaming laptop for more FPS. And maybe that's not far away now. I don't see why it would be. And that's exactly what you need. This is a really, really cool concept. But for gamers, you need to be able to upgrade your graphics capabilities as well, right? And that's where this has to get better. But ultimately, overall, great concept. We have to reduce e-waste, and this is amazing. Plug and play kind of concept. Very, very neat. I like that. This is the last I have for today. If anybody has anything they want to add, bring up, talk about, could be pertinent to video gaming news, let me know. We'll address it before we move on to our Witcher 3 Day 15 gameplay. Okay? In a new trailer, Platinum Games' latest stylish action adventure got an October 28 release date and unveiled a new family-friendly mode. Let's see what this is.
Oh, this is beautiful. It's Isaiah Colbert, the otaku of Kotaku. In a new trailer, we recently got an October release date and new details for Platinum Games' Bayonetta 3, the latest entry in the stylish hack-and-slash series. Bayonetta 3 introduces Naive Angel mode, Platinum Games' makeshift solution for you to be able to play their game in public. I don't know about you, but I know what I'm about, so I'll be playing Bayo 3 the way our glasses-loving Lord and Savior Hideki Kamiya intended, with Naive Angel mode off. I await a Naive Angel mode for games like Catherine, Asura's Wrath, and Dante's Inferno, though. Not you, Rytel. You know what you did.
I really don't know. I'm sorry.
What's better than one Bayonetta? An entire coven. In Bayonetta 3, you'll team up with other Bayonettas to stop a bunch of homunculi from destroying the world. You'll be happy to know that the Devil May Cry Bayonetta pipeline continues in Bayonetta 3 with the addition of Bayo's own Nero in the form of Viola, a young witch in training that I'm pretty sure is an alternate dimension Cereza from the first game. What did you all think of the Bayonetta 3 release date trailer? Let us know in the comment section below.
Huh. Let's do this up real quick. How do you spell that? It will include a family-friendly mode to cover up the game's partial nudity. A tweet from developer Platinum Games shows a video of the mode that's not included in previous Bayonetta games, called Naive Angel Mode, and will have the titular witch completely covered in all scenes, as well as extra coverage on her demonic form's breasts. This mode allows for a more family-friendly take on the series, perhaps to entice younger players, although the series is known for its mature humor. However, it's not exactly canon, as Bayonetta's skin-tight suit is made of her hair, which in turn acts as a conduit for her magical wicked weave powers, hence the nudity. That also allowed for some tongue-in-cheek moments during cutscenes. Elsewhere, this third game in the series will feature multiple Bayonettas, in a multiverse perhaps, as well as a brand new playable character, Viola. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea for developers to incorporate that kind of thing. I know there are going to be a certain amount of people that go, oh, that's not needed. It shouldn't be there. It's not canon, da-da-da. But I remember being a kid, and I mean, even, like, I remember my parent, or like, especially my mom. My mom had a huge deal with me wanting to play games like Mortal Kombat. You know, it was like, no, you can't play that. It's too gory and violent, and no, you know. I still found ways to play it. You know, look, kids are gonna, if kids truly want something, they're gonna kids are crafty. They're gonna find a way, man. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think it's an amount of, you know, just for a way for devs to make things maybe a little more appropriate for a younger audience is never a bad thing. Yeah, I don't think so, and that's cool. That's cool. So that's all I have for today. All right. Thank you guys for being part of the part of this community and for being part of the new segment today. Okay. If you are watching this as a VOD on YouTube, you're enjoying the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and leave me a comment so we can have a bit of a discussion regarding some of these topics. All right. Also, see what you do about coming and hanging out with us at 6 a.m. CST, where we start off every single stream, every single day with video gaming news. All right. Other than that, just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we'll see everybody tomorrow for July 23rd's edition of Video Gaming News. All right.